Men have a different kind of lesson and plight in life in terms of what their life curriculum is. And men, for the most part, have grown up either witnessing an absentee father, a drunk father, a father that's lying on the couch, a father that is absent in some way. I mean, since the Industrial Revolution, father left the home, and boys have been predominantly raised by women. Prior to that, boys could go into the backyard and be with dad as he did his craft, working his wares, and would learn about what it means to be a man in life. And but since then, we've also grown up with every time you pick up a newspaper or turn on the television, watch the news, you're hearing about yet another atrocity that is being essentially afflicted by men. And so as we grow up as children, as boys, we grow up with this kind of looming fear that we're going to become like them, and trying to define ourselves differently by gaining approval and acceptance from women primarily, but in a way carrying this major, deep conviction about what we think and what we fear we are. And so there isn't a man alive that when she says, "Hey, can we talk?" that he doesn't break out in hives. He doesn't say, "Oh, great, can't wait to do it. Let's get on with it. Why aren't we doing this more?" He says to himself, "Oh my God, what have I done? What have I done wrong? What am I going to lose here?" Men don't say, "What am I going to gain?" Because we're just perpetually defending against this fear of what we fear we are. And so the Men in Miracles workshop is daring to heal that belief about ourselves and our relationship with our Father. I had to do this in a huge way. My father was an alcoholic, and there was a lot of violence in our home. You know, I grew up with as the answer to my bad dad. And my life journey ultimately has led me back over and over again to re-examining my relationship with my dad and who he was. To fall in love with my father again through all that bad experience has been quite a journey. And this is the one I take men on in the Men in Miracles workshop, is to redefine who they are inside themselves and to connect again with Father and what Father forgot about himself, to remember what he forgot, and to not be yet one more generation that's going to carry on this negative legacy of making up for what we fear we are. And conversely, to get into the routine of searching and needing approval and acceptance from women, and on the flip side of that, punishing them when we don't get it. So that's quite a serious journey of it's in many ways a rite of passage for men to join with men again and Father, and to start to find themselves on real terms of what's going on inside of them, to redefine who they are, and to join it with a company of men in that endeavor. Mostly what men are going to be experiencing that's going to motivate them to take the course is a collapse of some kind of this, who they think they have to become to survive in this world, particularly with women and in relationship. You know, either we don a mask that is like a chameleon, or we have an armor that is right. To find a middle in there somewhere where we are just being truly honest and truly transparent and truly revealing about what we're going through, and not holding women particularly accountable for making up for this. That men are going to experience that the mask or the armor is not working anymore. Is there another way? You know, can I actually be myself in a relationship? Or do I have to, what men primarily go through is you know, as we get close to women, you know, How close can I get to her before I fear I'm going to lose myself? And therefore, what do I have to do to recover myself? Well, I have to go to the bar, I have to go to sports games, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to get out to find myself again. Well, I think the task is to be yourself in a relationship as opposed to distance yourself in a relationship in order to keep yourself. And I think that's a real change in direction. I think we got to be ourselves in relationship, and we can do it, and we do it. We should be damn proud of who we are in a relationship. And to being able to talk about what they're actually, what's going on for them, as opposed to having to posture themselves or defend themselves from what they fear they are. They can actually present, this is who I am, this is what I'm going through, this is where it came from, and I take accountability. I am no longer going to hold you and reward you every time you do it right so I can feel better and pat me on the back, when I've done a good job, or conversely punishing you when you don't give me that approval. To actually take responsibility for yourself and your own happiness inside of a relationship.